question number 9. So now what do we observe? Now let's see for the other questions that the criteria that we applied or the strategy that we applied, is it going to work for this question? So what was the strategy? Can we take anything common? Are we getting anything common from here? No. Over here? No. Similarly, I don't have any 1 present over here, so I cannot subtract directly and make 0. We have to remember, ultimately we have to make zeros and we have to apply 2 operations before expanding. Now, what I observe, if I observe the right hand side, so what is the next trick? If I observe the right hand side, what do I observe? I observe factor like x minus a, y minus z, z minus x. How will I get those factors? Now here I observe this is x square, this is y square and this is z square. If I subtract it like y square minus x square, z square minus y square or x square, I will be able to apply the formula a plus b and a minus b, which has these factors. So what will I keep in mind? Keeping all these things in mind, I will apply the operation, yes you are right, R2 such that we will fix R1 as I said earlier, R2 such that R2 minus R1, R3 such that R3 minus R1. So once I apply this operation, first of all let me work for R2. So if I start from R2, so what is my R2? My R2 is this. So R2, from R2 what I have to do? I have to subtract all the elements of R1, corresponding elements. Whatever element is present right above that, we have to subtract it from that element. So R1 will be unaffected, so we will write R1 as it is. For R2 I will write y minus x, y square minus x square, zx minus yz. Similarly for R3 I will write z minus x, z square minus x square, xy minus yz. Now just observe what we are getting. We are getting y square minus x square, z square minus x square over here. So I will apply the formula R1 as it is. And for R2, what will I write? I will write y minus x, y plus x. Now just observe over here. Can I take z common from both? Since y minus x is present over here, I will take minus z common. So I will get y minus x over here. Similarly, I will write this as z minus x and z plus x. Again, I can take y common, but I will get x minus z, so I will rather take minus y common, so I will get z minus x for the sake of uniformity. Now, what do we observe? We observe that y minus x is common in R2 and z minus x is common in R3. So, I will just take y minus x and z minus x common from R2 and R3 respectively, right? So, I'll take, right, taking y minus x and z minus x common from R2 and R3. R1 will be as it is. For R2, if I take y minus x common, I'll get 1 over here. This will be y plus x and this will be minus z. Similarly, this will be 1, this will be z plus x and this will be minus y over here. Now, what do we observe? We are getting 2 1s. Still we are not getting any 0. So let's see what we have to do further. So now we observe 2 1s are over here. So can I make any one as 0? Yes, surely you are right. I can make either R2 or R3 0. So I'll apply the operation R2 such that R2 minus R3. So we'll get the rest of the things same. Rest of the things will be same. This will be R2, R3 will be same. Whatever is unchanged, try to write that thing first so that you don't do any mistake. So now we have to focus on R2. So 1 minus 1, I will get 0. Y plus x minus z minus x. So x and x will get cancelled. I will get y minus z. Similarly, this is minus z minus y will be plus y. So I am getting y minus z. So again I can take y minus z common from R2. So what did I say? Before expanding, try to take as much common as you can. So I'll take I'll write y minus x, z minus x. I'll write y minus z common from R2. So let's see what we are getting. R1 as it is. For R2, this will be 1 over here since I have taken y minus z common. Y minus z common. So again it will be 1. And the last row element will be like this. Now just think, can you again make any 1 0? Yes, you are right. We have 2 1s over here. We can make 0 or we can directly expand. Since we have applied enough of properties, it is not a compulsory thing that we have to make 2 zeros. If we have applied many operations and then we are at a stage where we feel the calculation will not be lengthier, so we can expand at that particular stage. So I can make 1 more zeros. Over here, I can write C2 such that C2 minus C3. So what will happen now? Let's see. The rest of the things will be same. Y minus x, z minus x, y minus z. This will be x0, 1. This will be x square minus yz. This will be 0. This will be z plus x minus y minus of minus y will be plus y. And this will be yz, 1 and minus y. So now let's see what we are getting. So now what I'll do, I have 2 zeros along this. So again I'll expand keeping in mind the sign notation. So if I expand, let's see what do we get. We will get y minus x, z minus x, y minus z. I'll write, what was the sign notation? This was minus, this was plus and this was minus. So I'll write minus 1. Cover it along row and column. What will you get? You will get x multiplied with z plus x plus y minus 1 multiplied with x square minus yz. X square minus yz. So now let's see what we are getting. We are getting y minus x, z minus x, y minus z. Let's solve this up. This will be minus. We will write outside. This will be xz, x square, xy. Let's open this minus sign. So this is x square plus yz. So x square and x square will get cancelled. I have minus sign over here. Let's compare the result with the right hand side. What we are getting over here, x minus y. So I am getting y minus x. So I'll write this minus sign with this, multiplied with this bracket. So my factor will be x minus y. Am I getting y minus z? Yes. So it is y minus z. Am I getting z minus x? Yes, z minus x. And am I getting the other factor? Yes, xz plus xy plus yz. Hence the result. So question number 10. It has 2 parts. So now let's try to work out strategy for this particular question. Now first thing that I'll think of is, can I take anything common from any row, any column? No, not clearly over here. Similarly, I don't have any ones along any column, any row. So what will I think of? Now again, I'll observe my right hand side. Right hand side, what do I get? 5x plus 4. Now I'll try to work on certain things. Can I, after adding all the elements along this column or this row, am I getting this 5x plus 4? You can observe this particular determinant. All the elements are appearing to be almost same with their different placements. So now if I write C1 such that C1 plus C2 plus C3, will I get the same result? Let's see. If I write it like this, what will I get? X plus 4 plus 2x plus 2x. Then 2x plus x plus 4 plus 2x. 2x plus 2x plus x plus 4. And the other elements will be as it is, 2x, 2x, x plus 4. So now, what do we observe? X plus 2x plus 2x will give me 5x. So what will I get? I will get 5x plus 4. This will be 5x plus 4 and this will be 5x plus 4. This is 2x, this is x plus 4, this is 2x, this is 2x, this is 2x, this is x plus 4. So what am I getting? I am getting the same term which is present in the right hand side, 5x plus 4 along column 1. The same result I will get if I add up it along rows. See, x plus 4, 2x, 2x. And there are certain questions which are like this. You can add along row, either row or column, you will get the same result. But there are certain questions where you will get the result by adding along either column or row. So you have to be very careful. You have to again cross check whether you are getting the same result or not. So now 5x plus 4 I can take common. If I am getting the same thing, I can take it common from this column. So if I take it common and write 5x plus 4, what will I get? I will get 1, 1, 1. This is 2x, this is x plus 4, this is 2x, this is 2x, this is 2x, x plus 4. So what I am getting? I am getting 3 ones. So once I have 3 ones, making them 0 is very easy. The same operations I will apply. What are the operations? I will fix this. As I said earlier, we will fix this. So we will make these two zeros. So this is 5x plus 4. What operation will I apply? I will say R2 such that R2 minus R1 and R3 such that R3 minus R1. From R2 I will subtract R1, so I will get 0. Similarly from R3 I will subtract 1, I will get 0. So this will be R1 as it is, 2x, 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 and this is 1 minus 1, 0. X plus 4 minus 2x will give me 4 minus x. So I'll write 4 minus x over there. Similarly, 2x minus 2x will give me 0. So I'll write it over there. Then for R3, 1 minus 1 will be 0. 2x minus 2x will be 0. X plus 4 minus 2x, again the same thing, I'll get 4 minus x. Now I can easily expand along column 1. Since I have 2 zeros, expansion will be easier. So 5x plus 4, if I expand along C1, I'll cover it like this. 4 minus x will get cross multiplied and it will be 4 minus x whole square, which is the result for right hand side. Now the same way you will try question number 10, second part. As you can see, the question is exactly on the same line. Instead of x plus 4, it is y plus k, and you are getting the same result. Again, you can add along any row, any column, you will get the same result. So following the same steps, you will try this particular question and you will get this particular. So question number 11 again has 2 parts. Let's try to observe. Can we take anything common? No. I am not getting any ones also. So I cannot directly make zeros. So what is the next thing that I will work on? I will try to observe right hand side and see that if I adding along rows or columns, am I getting this particular result or not? So let's see what we are getting. This is A minus B minus C, 2A, 2A. If I add all the columns, 2A plus 2A will be 4A plus A 5A minus B minus C. So I am not getting this result. And along that I am not getting all the elements same. See, here I am getting 5A minus B minus C. Here I will get 5B minus C minus A. Here I will get 5C minus A minus B. So all the elements are not same. When we are applying this addition properties, all the elements of that particular row or column should be same. But here I am not getting it. So what will I do? I'll see if by adding along row am I getting the result. So A minus B minus C plus 2B plus 2C. Plus 2B and minus B will give me plus B. Plus 2C minus C will give me plus C. So I'll get A plus B plus C. So this is working. So let's apply this particular operation as R1 such that R1 plus R2 plus R3. I am doing it upward downward, so I am doing it row wise. So let's see what we are getting. This will be A plus B plus C. Other elements will be same. Over here, let's see what I am getting. 2A minus B minus C minus A minus 2C. 2A and minus A will become A, minus C and plus 2C will become plus C. So again I will get A plus B plus C. The rest of the elements will be same. Over here, 2A, 2B. Minus A minus B will give me A plus B plus C. So again I will get the same result. See what we are getting. What was the point that I was emphasizing on? If I am applying this operation, I have to be sure that I am getting all the elements same so that I can take it common and make ones. and then further I'll be able to make zeros, right? So now let's take a plus b plus c common from R1. So if I take a plus b plus c common from R1, what will I get? I'll get 3 ones over here. This will be 2b, 2c, b minus c minus a. This is 2b, this is 2c, this is c minus a minus b. So once I have 3 ones over here, making them 0 is possible. So again we'll fix this. As I told you earlier, I'll make these 2 zeros. So fixing this means this is column 1. So I will subtract column 1 from column 2 as well as from column 3. So after applying this operation, let's see what we are getting. A plus b plus c as it is. This is 1, 2b and 2c. 1 minus 1 is 0. B minus c minus a minus 2b will give me minus common a plus b plus c. You can work on over here. B minus c minus a minus 2b. So it will be minus c minus a and minus b. 2c minus 2c will be 0. 1 minus 1. If I move on to this column, 1 minus 1 will be 0. 2b minus 2b will be 0. C minus a minus b minus 2c. So c minus 2c will give me minus c. We know if we are adding, we add it like terms together. So it will be again minus common. So a plus b plus c. So now what do we observe? We observe that from column 2 I can take a plus b plus c common because the other two elements are 0. The same thing applies to this. So I can take minus a plus b plus c common from here and similarly minus a plus b plus c common. So if I am taking 2 minus a plus b plus c common, both the terms will be multiplied and 1 a plus b plus c is already present outside the determinant. So it will be cube of that particular expression. So if I take common, I'll write a plus b plus c whole cube and this I'll write whatever element is left out. This is 0, this is minus 1, 0, 0, 0. Sorry, this will be plus 1, plus 1. Because I have taken minus and minus common, so minus into minus will give me plus. Now we can expand it along R1. No problem. So if I expand it along R1, let's see what I'll get. It will be a plus b plus c whole cube. Expanding it along R1, 1. I'll cover it like this. So 1 into 1 is 1. So this is the result that I am getting, a plus b plus c whole cube, which is exactly the same as RHS. Now next, if I observe the second part also everybody will try exactly on the same lines. Again, you will keep certain thing in mind. The way we approach this particular question, can I take anything common? No. If I add up along, just see the right hand side. If I add up along rows or column, am I getting certain things same? So over here, if I add along column, I'll get twice of all the terms. I'll get 2x, 2y and 2z. So moving on to question number 12 now. What do we observe in the determinant? Again, all the terms are same and their placement is different. So that they are differently placed. So now what are the points that we have to keep in mind? First thing, can we take anything common from any row, any column? No, over here not possible. Can we add up all the elements to get a particular term? Now let's see. If I add up along all the elements along rows or columns, I'll get exactly the same term. So again, it's my choice. Now what I'll do is, I'll just write C1, C2, C3. So over here, what I'll do is, I'll add all the elements along column 1. So it will be like this. So what do we observe? In this particular question, I can add along row or column, I'll get the same result. The other elements, I'll write as it is. So let's see what do we get? The same term, x square plus x plus 1. So all the terms of first column are same. So what I'll do is, I'll take it common from column 1. So we will take this particular term common from column 1. So it will be x square plus x plus 1. So it will be 1, 1, 1, x square 1, x square 1. So since we have 3 ones along column 1, so what I'll do is, I'll try to make 2 zeros. So again we'll fix this thing. So we will write C2 such that C2 minus C1 and C3 such that C3 minus C1. C1 I'll fix and subtract it from both the terms. So it will be x square plus x plus 1 this first row elements will be same. Now for the second, what we will write? 1 minus 1, 0. 1 minus x will be 1 minus x. X minus x square will be like this. 1 minus 1 will be 0. X square minus x and 1 minus x square over here. Now again, what do we observe? Before expanding, let's try to take maximum things common. Over here, what do I observe? That this is 1 minus x and this is x minus x square. So can I take anything common from x minus x square? Yes, of course I can take common. So, and from here also what do I observe? This is x square minus x and this is 1 minus x square. So now what I will do for this particular element, I can write, since it is 1 minus x common, so if I take x common, I will get 1 minus x. And over here for this particular element, I will write x common, so it will be x minus 1, and this element can be written as 1 minus x and 1 plus x, applying the identity a square minus b square. So now let's proceed further. So what do you observe from this particular column? Can I take 1 minus x common because it is present in both the terms? Similarly, from this again I can take 1 minus x common. So now let's take 1 minus x common. So if I take 1 minus x common, let's see what do we get. If I take 1 minus x common, I'll write whatever I have written here. 1 minus x common from R2 as well as from R3. So I'll have 1 minus x whole square. So then I'll have 1 minus x whole square. Then what will I do? I'll write the remaining elements. So first row will be same. For the second, this is 0, this is 1 and this is x over here. For this it is 0. Since we have taken 1 minus x common, it will be minus x that will be left, and this will be 1 plus x. So now we can expand. So now if I expand, it will be 1 plus x square plus x, 1 minus x whole square. Expanding along column 1, so this will be 1 plus x square. So now what do I have? I have 1 plus x square 2 times and 1 minus x whole square. So this can be written as 1 plus x square into 1 minus x whole square together. And if you can recall, this is formula 1 minus x cube. What is the formula? Formula is a cube minus b cube is equal to a minus b, a square plus b square plus ab. So this formula we have applied. The reverse of this formula, it is present over there. The whole square will be as it is, hence the result. There is one more method of doing this particular question. Let's see. Again, this is our standard method. Now if with passing times, when you will be solving many questions based on this, there will be certain things which will directly come to your mind. Like over here in this particular question, what is the another method of solving this particular question? I can apply an operation like R3 such that R3 minus x times R1, and I'll be able to obtain answer in 2 steps. So let's see. So I'll write my R1 as it is and R2 as it is, because no changes in R1 and R2. Now for R3, what I'll do, x in place of R3 I'll write x minus x times of this, so this will be 0. Then for this, x square minus x time of x, so again it will be 0. Then for this it will be 1 minus x cube. Now just see here, we are in just one step, we are getting 2 zeros. So now I can directly expand and get my answer. Let's see. So what we will do is, I'll expand it along R3. So if I expand it along R3, sign notation is plus minus plus. So it will be 1 minus x cube. I'll write 1 into 1 minus x square into x. So it will be x cube. So what is the answer that we are getting? It is 1 minus x cube whole square. See. So not necessarily this is a 4 marks question, but it is not necessary that you have to do 4-5 steps. In just one step also, if you arrive at an answer, you will be getting full marks because the operation that you have applied is valid, and for a 4-marker question you have to apply at least one operation. So perfectly fine. So any of the two methods you can apply over here.